The last section in this chapter refers to the idea of utility maximization. We've said all along the idea of the consumer is to maximize utility. And that is all well and good, and it makes sense. Problem is, the world doesn't have everything equally priced. This little concept here, optimal consumption, talks about how to figure price into this. The equation is the marginal utility of good X over the price of good X. Should be equivalent to the marginal utility of good Y over the price of good Y. What it says is the marginal utility per dollar should be equal for all goods. If it's not, you should purchase that good. And in purchasing it, the next marginal utility level for that good will decline. So we use this when we go to a grocery store or any other store. Think about it. You don't just make choices on what will satisfy you, but you actually look at satisfaction per dollar. That's what this equation is about. It allows you to compare things that are at extremes. One of the examples I'll use here is a Ferrari, which costs $100,000. Is that more satisfying than a Mountain Dew that costs $1? It might be. But what we have to look at is the marginal utility of that unit. If my Mountain Dew gives me 1 unit of satisfaction, this one's going to have to give me 100,000 units of satisfaction. Well, I might want to maximize satisfaction, and that makes perfect sense. I need to keep in mind that what I'm really doing is maximizing satisfaction per dollar. And this gives us a way to look at optimal consumption. How do we do that? We've been doing it our whole lives in our heads. Satisfaction per dollar. That's what we're actually looking for. And I want to re-emphasize here at the end one of the most important concepts we saw early in this chapter. And that was the profit maximizing rule of E, which means elasticity. If I have an E greater than 1, as a seller, what should I do? Reduce price. That's the rule. E greater than 1, increase price. This is one of those things that I don't have to think about. I should know this. This is a law, a rule. When you see this, just immediately do that. And if E equals 1, it doesn't matter what I do with price. It'll even out anyway. That is what this chapter has covered. It talked about the idea of utility and elasticity in its many forms. We'll next move on to the next chapter, which is about production. Thank you very much.